Ooh, Oregon at Penn State. How about this ball game? This is a game that people have circled on their map the moment it started. You know what a lot of people thought? Darn it, this game's gonna get big noon, and we're gonna lose in travesty because we're gonna have an 11 o'clock game between Oregon and Penn State. It's not gonna have the same amount of juice. It's not gonna have that energy. It's not gonna have that vibe to it that we really want a college football game.
Nope.
Guess what?
Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge, baby. Come on.
NBC,
Yes.
maybe with the clutchest moment of the year, getting that game as a night game. We have a night game whiteout in State College between Penn State and Oregon. It's going to be electric. I mean, you think that they were loud against Auburn? You think that they were loud in recent years against Minnesota?
Against Ohio State
Just
last
wait.
year, 11 o'clock.
Just wait until the Oregon Ducks come in there.
Against Illinois at home last year.
Ridiculous. But this Oregon team, I'm going to start with this Oregon team, is built to win a national championship. I agree with that. In my power rankings, I have them at number 2 in the country as the second most powerful team out of all college football teams. I love Dante Moore. I think Dante Moore is so talented. I think he's spectacular. These wide receivers are a lot more talented than people give them credit for. No one really knows what's really going on with these receivers. This could be a Ryan Williams versus Georgia-esque game for Dakorien Moore. His breakout game as a true freshman. Really like that comparison.
On the road, too.
Now, he's going against really tough DBs for Penn State, but I think he can break out. I really, really like this Oregon offensive line. I think it's the best offensive line in the Big Ten. Isaiah World has been phenomenal. His other tackle on the edge, I forget his name, he's been even better. I love this Oregon offensive line. I think Oregon matches up so well with Penn State. But
Harkey. Harkey's his name, right?
Harkey, that sounds right. But he's been great.
Like Alex Harkey? Is that what it is?
Could be. But Penn State is also a phenomenal team. Let's not take anything away from Penn State. They were great last year. Made the college football semifinals last year. Made the Big Ten championship game last year. Great team. All 3 levels of the defense. NFL talent. NFL talent at running back. NFL talent at quarterback and the offensive line. But I have been mad at Penn State. I have been ticked off at Penn State. I've been
Have they not won
frustrated with
the
Penn
big
State.
games recently?
I've been frustrated not because they haven't won the big games, not because they keep getting big noon, because they keep scheduling weak opponents, man.
What teams have they scheduled?
They've scheduled Nevada.
Surely not a basketball school.
They've scheduled Villanova.
What?
They've scheduled Florida International.
Oh, I thought you were about to say four. It's like
to play
really?
in non-conference, and then they have the bravery to go out there and say SEC schedules are weak. I don't even want to hear it. But I think this is going to hurt them more than help them. First of all, they haven't been very dominant in these games. Everyone says, Penn State, they have a great rushing attack. They're going to get their own running the ball. They ran the ball for over 200 yards against Oregon. Their rushing attack has not been very good their first 3 games of the season against these high school teams, frankly. So I don't love that. I don't think this Penn State defensive line supposedly is supposed to be unbelievable. Dennis Sutton has been good, not great. Zane Durant has not done anything. I think this Oregon offensive line dominates Penn State up front, which a lot of people are really not thinking that's going to happen. I think they're going to dominate. I think this Oregon run game is really diverse. They have a lot of running backs that can really make a lot of plays. Mekhi Hughes isn't even their leading rusher this year so far. I really like Oregon's offense. I think they're going to make plays. They're going to score a lot. Defensively, I think Oregon's more talented. They got a lot of guys that can tackle. We saw what they did against Oklahoma State and against Oregon State. They get pressure off the edge. They force turnovers. They make plays. Drew Allar, to his wide receivers have not stepped up thus far. That's been the point of emphasis for everyone about Penn State going into these years. Who are their wide receivers going to be? So far, they've been garbage men and plumbers. And I'm completely saying that in all honesty. I don't think Penn State's wide receivers are very good. If this game was a neutral site game in a vacuum, I think Oregon wins by 14 points. But since this is at Penn State, on the road, night game, whiteout in Happy Valley, it's going to be so hard for Oregon to walk in there and win. But give me Dante Moore. Give me Isaiah World. Give me Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning is going to be out of his mind for this game. He's going to get those kids so ready to go. I love Dan Lanning. I've circled this game as Oregon's breakout game this year. I've got the Ducks cementing themselves as one of the top teams in college football and knocking off the Penn State Nittany Lions in their own backyard. Cannot wait for this game. Give me Oregon.
Okie dokie. I think you nailed it on the head in a lot of what you talked about. This is a fascinating matchup. I've said that a lot for a lot of these games, but yeah, I'm not sure why I thought this one was in Oregon. It is in Happy Valley. It is going to be rocking whiteout. James Franklin's 8-3 in whiteouts. So everybody said he hasn't won all of the big games, but he's won a lot of their whiteouts. Now, a lot of that, like they scheduled Washington last year as their whiteout game. I think so. Were there bigger games? Absolutely. I think SMU was also a whiteout. I know it was like a playoff game, but I think it was a whiteout.
That doesn't count. It's not a whiteout if it's not at night. Come on, what are we doing?
But I'm just talking about just whiteout games, pure whiteout. No Navy in the crowd. Drew Allar, last time I watched him on national television, because I haven't watched him on national television up to this point. You know why?
They played high school teams.
He was not good. He didn't complete the ball to a wide receiver. He's got some wide receivers that he has more chemistry with this year. He's gone to a little more. Are they better than last year? I don't think so. I thought Harrison Wallace was a really good wide receiver. I thought that guy was a big loss, and now he's playing great with Ole Miss. They do get Kyron Hudson. They do return Liam Clifford, who maybe it's just because Sean Clifford was there, but I feel like he's been there for forever. I think they're really missing Tyler Warren. I think they're going to really miss Tyler Warren in this game at tight end. He was great last year. It is obviously huge you have the ability to lean on the run game, but it's hard against this front seven of Oregon. There's so many names that I could just name out that I am super high on. Bear Alexander, Mateo Uiagalelei. What they've got, at linebacker is insane. Dylan Dynaman's a beast.
That dude is awesome.
White boy safety. He's awesome. So I think if I look at that, I lean more towards Oregon. And then offensively, I also lean more towards Oregon. I think Oregon's got a great offense as well. Penn State lost a key player from their defense last year. You know who it was? Abdul Carter. Hard to replace him as well. You haven't played anybody. You have to replace him on the go, kind of. You do get some talented guys. You have A.J. Harris from Georgia, I believe. He's a beast. Zane Durant's good. Dennis Sutton's good. But to me, I look at James Franklin and his record in the big games. It has not been good to me. This is under that big game category. Because if you lose this, you immediately move towards the back seat to make it to Indianapolis. You go to the back of the car, of the van. And to me, Oregon has looked unreal with what they've done up to this point. I have them at number 2 now in my rankings. And I'm more confident in Dan Lanning and his coaching. His way that he's motivating those guys going on the road. I think he is embracing this opportunity to go on the road to win a big road game like this and to immediately show that you are a contender to win this whole thing and to maybe go undefeated and just waltz through everyone. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think he wants more than just winning a national championship. I think he wants to do it in a dominant way. I think that's the type of coach he is. He showed it against Colorado. And so I got Oregon. I so want to say Oregon would win by like 17. But it is on the road, and it's going to be fundamental because it's at a very difficult environment, and that's just part of what it is. When you go on the road in a whiteout, that's just some of what comes with that. And that's tough. It's going to make it tough on Oregon. They're going to have to communicate really well. They haven't even had a road game up to this point, and Dante Moore's going right on the road, but I have trust in him. I have trust in the run game. You talked about how Mekhi Hughes isn't even leading them. Noah Whittington, Jaden Lemar have honestly been better in my opinion, and they're running back 1, running back 2, but you also have that pop from Hughes, and to me, I think Dakorien Moore makes some plays. And I think he
Dakorien!
also has a game like you're talking about. Ryan Williams having last year. I think he has a game again. And give me Oregon by 7 or so. I'm really high on him. And yeah, that leads us into the last game. I so don't want to go